Hello, everyone. This is Robert Landau with the 5-Minute Life Changer podcast, because 5 minutes is all the motivation you need to change your life for the better. The topic for this 5-minute episode is how to get through anything. If we haven't met before, I am a national motivational speaker and a certified life coach that works with people all over the world via Zoom. So, how do you get through anything? Good question. I want to start off with a very quick story. For many years, I used to teach classes in the fear of public speaking, how to get over the fear of public speaking. And there was this one student, I'll call her, in one of my classes one year, who had this horrid fear of getting up in front of people and speaking. And I well understand that. In many surveys that are still taken, you know what the number one fear that most people seem to have? It's not death or dying. It's public speaking. And she would tell you that that was the number one fear in her life too. So funny how things happen. She started to come to this class and started to make a little progress, but then she came to me once before one class started, and she was pretty much crying. She was shaking. And I said, "What is wrong?" She goes, "Robert, you'll never believe this, but my boss absolutely insisted that I fly to Cleveland and speak at the company conference to over 500 people in a massive ballroom on a certain topic having to do with my work. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't even see myself getting on the plane to go there. I am terrified." So I started to work with her privately as a life coach, and I got her to understand what I want you to understand when you don't think you can get through anything. You got to let the negative thought of you thinking you can't get through that certain thing, you got to have it be less than you knowing somehow, some way that you can get through anything. If you don't believe you can get through anything, well, by God, you won't. You got to shift that just a little bit and open the door a little bit so the light of getting through the situation can start to shine in. If you wedge that door of belief, of feeling, of knowing, of thinking just a little bit open, things will start to shift. What you're going to hear me say a lot in this series is that the smallest steps forward create the biggest waves of change. So the question I have for you is, and I asked her, is there just a possibility that you will be able to get through this? You are never given anything more than you can handle. Ever. Consider that possibility. So it's kind of like you've crossed the finish line to victory before you've even started the race. The only person you have to convince is you. Please give yourself a chance and consider the possibility that with strength that you always have within you, you can get through anything. And that's what I said to her. I asked her to think of an affirmation that means a lot to her, that she can say like a mantra, like a prayer, all the time whenever fear comes up. Fear stands for F-E-A-R, future events appearing real. Future events appearing real. The key word there is appearing. The future hasn't happened yet. You can make it through. And you know what? You've made it through many times before in your life. So I told her to think of an affirmation, and she said, "I am doing it." Not "I can do it, I will do it." She said, "I am doing it." And every time she said that, she felt, not thought, because feeling is more powerful, she felt like she was doing it. And it didn't matter what her mind chatter was trying to say against her. She felt like she could do it. She opened the door just a little bit. And 2 months later, she did it. If she can do it, so can you. Go deep within yourself and find some belief in yourself and understand that you would have never been given what you don't think you can get through by accident. You can win any race. Any storm is just temporary. Give yourself a chance. See yourself as victorious. Feel yourself as victorious. And by God, you will be. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the 5 Minute Life Changer. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. If there is a subscribe button where you're listening to me on, press it so we can continue to change your life for the better in 5 minutes. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you resonated with it, please give the video a like. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with all the motivation I will continue to share with you. Thank you.